recording. Alright. What I'm about to tell you is the heart-wrenching tale of how I learned not all of your friends are the same. It all started a few months ago. My friends Jose and Liam came with me to Little Tokyo in search of figurines for a certain game he wanted to start playing. After about, say 6 hours of screwing around, absorbing the local culture, and walking 3 blocks to the nearest restroom every time we had to go, we locate the trading card store that sells them. Of course, I knew where it was the whole time. I was just stalling to make my time with them last as long as possible. Keep in mind, this is the only establishment we've ever seen that sells them, and likely the only one in all of Southern California. Trust me, we've checked. I've been here before. I came here 1 week prior bearing other intentions and had no idea these mysterious boxes would be bought and sold in a tiny store on the underground floor of a mall from almost 100 years ago.
Wait.
When my eyes
I got 2 spatulas now. Sorry.
When my eyes glazed across the boxes, it dug up previously lost memories of Jose lecturing me on these objects many months prior over a phone call, begging me to buy one for him while I was at Anime Expo. Unfortunately, I could not locate these objects at the convention, so it came and went without me being able to purchase anything for my dear comrade. I immediately called Jose upon seeing them, and we agreed that I would buy one for him. I brought it home, and he opened it and demanded we buy a new one. We then planned to make it to Little Tokyo over the weekend by any means necessary. Back to Jose and I at Little Tokyo. We walk into the shop and are greeted by an employee who offers us to play a test run of the game Jose was telling me about. We play the test run and have a lot of fun. Jose then walks up to the counter and buys 3 figurines, the amount needed for 1 game, and then we go outside and find a bench. One of our other friends and I make an unboxing video with Jose as our star. He unboxes the 3 of them and gets frustrated that the one he wants wasn't in any of them. He goes back to the store to buy 1 more, and I also decide to buy 3. Keep in mind, each one is $15. We then grab some chairs from the trunk of my mom's car and decide to do our next unboxing on the 5th floor of the parking garage, paired with a nice view of the Los Angeles skyline, only half blocked by a building right next to us. We then open them, and Jose gets even more tilted than he already was. Back then, I didn't even know the half of what was to come. Fast forward several weeks, and Jose and I are at my house downloading cards off the internet and resizing them to print out true size. Jose and I then spent about 3 hours in Kinko's doing some cardstock printing, Target and Walmart buying card sleeves and deck cases, and finally Jose's house for the arts and crafts section. After all the work we put into getting these ready, I'm sure our other friends will be more than happy to play a game we've put together painstakingly and quite expensively. Fast forward several days, the day everything went down. Jose now lives with 2 of our friends in a dorm at Cal State Fullerton. I still live at home, now about 30 minutes away. I drive up there to spend a day with the gang, and of course bring my figures. Keep in mind the drive to Fullerton is a grueling one, not something to be done at a whim, as well as an expensive one gas-wise. I pick them up and drive them to Walmart, assisting them in their errands. We then eat lunch, go back to their place, play pool, and then play Smash. The entire time we spend talking about the game, the characters from the game, and the differences between Jose's techniques and my techniques. Clearly, I thought the other 2 people in our party must also be quite interested in the game. That's when it happens. Jose and I are getting ready to leave to play the game when I say the words that will change my life forever. We're waiting for you guys. If only I knew what these words to bring to me. The context behind the response is deep, but to summarize, it involves the fact that when returning from our trip earlier that day, I parked in the east side parking structure, quite far away from the residence halls. My entire team was furious at having to walk 10 minutes from the car to their dorm. To make matters even worse, I left my figurines in the car at Jose's personal request. I offered to go get them myself, but Jose insisted we play at a local park instead of inside. The 2 other members weren't extremely excited on taking an urban hike back to the car. All the tension boils up when suddenly Liam looks up at Jose and I and simply says, as if nothing was riding on this, "I'm not going." Brian nonchalantly agrees with him. At this moment, I knew something despicable had happened. After some intense negotiations, even suggesting me picking them up right outside their hall, Jose and I walk out of the dorm defeated. We walk to my car and I drive us to a nearby park to play the game. While there, we sit and thoroughly discuss the events that just took place. While Jose claimed that they just wanted to play Smash, I knew there must be something more. I made it my mission to find out the motive behind them refusing to join us at the park before a relaxing game. Did they just use me to run errands for them? Are they the villains maliciously manipulating my naivete for personal gain? For the next few days, my suspicions grew in number and intensity. During a During a trip later on with a few other friends, Liam and Ryan are acting like nothing happened. Was their betrayal so evil that their minds had somehow repressed it? Even Jose was okay with it. There must be some mechanism behind all these mind tricks enabling them to feel no remorse. I know it. They aren't my friends. They never were. Days, maybe even weeks pass, slowly through separate experiences, each deserving of their own speech. I slowly figured out people are more complicated than how they seem on cable. Those two are still my friends, not cold, calculating menaces. From this experience, I've seen that quite often people don't do what you expect them to do, even if they are still your friends. They have their own minds, their own goals and ambitions, and their own fears, such as walking. Thank you.
Wow. That was a quick conclusion. You were really making us out to be the bad guys, then suddenly like, nah, we're good.
Well, yeah, it's all about the redemption arcs.
True.
Oh shoot, I just opened up a cold one and it fizzed out and it spilled a ton on me. Hold on. This is going in the video, by the way.
This is a video?
Yeah, it's this podcast.
We're part of a podcast right now.
Huh?
Okay, how are you doing, Sinjin? Because I happen to be at 44 health already.
I just wrecked you, dude.
Oh, that was you? That wasn't a wreck. You had 2 people alive.
No. Trust
Wreck
me.
my ass, kid.
My collie's gonna carry.
You said you were gonna coach me? Darn it.
Wait, can I? Wait a second. Dude, everyone else is taking Caston too.
Who is that? Oh, Parker?
Yep.
Yo.
Yo.
It's one of them.
Yo.
Oh. I think I can play it.
I just beat someone.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm back. Video
Yeah.
over.